Right, hello shooters, back at the range today. My intention was to come down today for the new pellet. I was going to bring down the H&N Barracuda FT. Well, I sent off for these pellets, and what I received was a different pellet. Instead of getting field target at 9.57 grains, sent me another tin of Barracuda match. Not that it don't matter, but I can't do the test that I was hoping to do now with a new pellet, so we'll have to wait another day to find out how they perform. So in the meantime, I've got my son's Daystate Wolverine Mk1. I'm going to try the 4 heavy pellets through it, but this time instead of starting at 30 yards, I'm going to go straight out to 50 yards. I think that's what I tried to zero in at for several films back, but I'm just going to start at 50 with this one and see how the pellets perform at that range. So let's get on with the test. Okay then, using the Barracuda match, I've not weighed any of these pellets, so we're going straight out of the tin. Look at that. I'm going to go for the top left target. I see. Just going to fire the whole shot group of 10 off, then I'll make adjustments. That's it. 10 shots, right, it's about a milled up load. So one click at 100 yards, so 2 clicks 1/4 inch at 50. About 10 clicks, I think. Okay. So top right target this time. Dropped off. Okay, so that's the 10 shots. So that's the Barracuda match at 50 yards. So I'm going to go straight on to the next pellet, and that's going to be the Daystate heavies. The reason I've chosen this rather than Beeman Magnum is because the Beeman Magnums and the Barracuda H&Ns look exactly the same. So they could be the same pellet, I don't know. I think there are slight differences, but I'm going to see if a different shaped pellet makes a difference. So straight on to Daystate heavies field targets, and these weigh, well, according to the tin it says 10.25, but I think if you watch the last video I did, they're more like 10.5, so they're not far behind the actual Beeman and Barracuda match. Okay then, we go for the bottom left target this time. I think that's gone high. It's all about the groups. that's it. Not bad actually. Point of impact's higher. Right, same again. Holding it down. Okay. That's it. I think the last group was better than the rest, but yeah. Okay, I'll stick another target up and we'll try the other two pellets, and based on the best group, lots of pellets we'll use for further testing. So that was the H&M Barracuda match for the top two targets, and the Daystate Heavies field target for the bottom two targets. Not bad at all, really. Good results there. So the next target up is that one. Couldn't find another one of these, so go with this one for the next one. Right, next up will be the Magnums. 50 yards. I'm going to fire at the top left. It's probably going to drop off now a bit. Let's put it back up there. Hang on. Should be okay now. The last group of shots was also 9 shots. I miscounted. Okay then. Top left. Alright. Yeah, I think that's 10. Yeah. Right, I can't really see the group on that for me at 12 times. It's looking to me like I'm between the 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock position from what I can see. So I'm going to drop the reticle down a bit. But this is pushing out to the limits on a sub 12 foot pan at 50. Now the wind is blowing down there, I can see the grass moving, so that's probably why it's tending to go to the left. Okay, so that is 10 shots. I think I might have some in the bull here and some to the 11 o'clock. So if I've got two little groups going on there, it could be, well, one, it could be me. The other, it could be the wind blowing on and off. Just looking at it now, can't see the grass moving, but it was when I started. So that can all make a little difference. Okay then, so I'll go on to the last pellet, which will be the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereign at 10.3 grains, and during recent tests when I weighed them, they were on average doing that kind of weight, so we'll see. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to aim at the bottom left hand target. It's like I say, those targets are smaller than the last lot, so I don't want to be grouping into the same area as the business. So I'll go for the bottom left target. To 11 o'clock, I think. Christ, the further I've gone through the same hole, I've just found the best pellet for this rifle. I've lost count now after seeing that hole. That's it, 10 shots. I'm sure that's... I'll get a surprise when I get up there, I hope. But that, the last group, which is the best one from what I can see down here, is the blue tin, the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereign Heavies at 10.3 grains. And when I weighed them, I think you'll remember most of them were averaging that weight. Better consistency than the others. I think the Barracuda match might have been okay, but you'll have to look at the last video to find out. But these suit the rifle. Right. Okay then. Bottom right. I've gone too far off to the right now, I think. The wind's definitely blowing down now, I can see the grass. Buggering this one up. That's it. Alright, I'll go up there, retrieve target and we'll look at results. Yeah. As expected, the best group is this one here. You see the little fingernail look. 10 shots, where 8 of them have gone within a 1/4 inch group there, that's that. Still the whole lot on the 5p piece, so the best pellet so far for the Daystate Wolverine are the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereign Heavies at 10.3 grains. Going over to the next one, the wind was blowing. Now you can see I've got a vertical line there, but it's also going laterally. The wind was blowing towards me and to the left. So some of the drop on it will be the wind blowing towards me, and then the rest of that is the wind. I could see the grass blowing down here. It's blowing on and off, but that's the difference between wind at 50 yards and no wind at 50 yards. So it's well worth taking that into account. So I'll take the card back. That's the test done. Now I'll be doing some reactive target shooting at 50 yards, and then I'll extend it out and see how far out I can be hitting the resetting spinner targets. Okay, then there's the results from the 50 yard test. So the first lot is the Barracuda match. That's the first group. When I came to do the second group, I adjusted the scope. Seemed to be getting around the ball. I'd say you're looking about an inch group on those. And coming down, I went with the Daystate heavy field targets. So again, nice little group there. I think there was 9 shots in that rather than 10, possibly the same in that. Just under an inch, I'd say, for this one. But the wind was blowing slightly right to left and on and off. And moving up to the second target, I went with the Bisley Magnums. Decent little groups on those. So that was the first group. I adjusted on the scope, got that one. Then the final pellet was the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereign at 10.3 grains. Now look at the results there. That is the best group I've ever done at 50 yards. The first group was there, the wind wasn't blowing on that one. That little group there of 8, I mean that's probably 1/4 of an inch. The 5p piece covers the whole group of 10 shots. Did the second group, tried to adjust the actual elevation and windage on my scope, and I brought it down to the right parallel, but the wind was blowing at this stage. It's blowing to the left and slightly in my face. That was the first shot, and then the wind was blowing that way, right to left. This vertical string, I've got a feeling that's when the wind was blowing towards me, and it's either pushed it down or pushed it up. I'm not sure which way. You can probably decide on that. But from that to that, in just slight wind really, probably about 5 miles an hour at 50 yards. But it's made all the difference. But having said that, that is a bloody good pellet to use through this rifle anyway. They are very similar to these, and some of the lads down the club, they found that these shoot better than those, but it's all down to your barrel. But that's the test at 50 yards. I wanted to push it out just to see what it could do, and it's done very well on those pellets. So yeah, seriously something to consider when you're shooting, what pellet choice you're going to use. And not every rifle barrel's the same, so you've got to try different pellets through different rifles to find out which works. So there we go. Okay then, I've set 2 resetting targets up. One at 50 yards, one at 60 yards. We'll see what kind of results we can get. I'm using the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereigns at 10.3. These have always been my go-to pellet anyway, from my own rifles, but the others still get the job done. There's not much in it, but it's got the right weather conditions. Okay then. Oh, I've got grass to shoot through it, so that might make a difference. Out to 60. I'm going for the middle target. I'm going to hit 1 mil dot. Probably too much. Half a mil dot. Ah, wind's blowing it to the left. By the sounds of that. I'll go for the big target, see if I can hit that. That went low. Right, so 1 mil dot on the big target. Shoot to the right hand edge. Oh, I'm out. Right. Easy to get the 50 yard one because it's zeroed at that. Just got to work out that extra 10 yards. So around a mil dot, I think. And I need to aim off for wind, I think. Okay. So I'm going to go 1 mil dot. Oh, I can see the wind blowing now. 1 mil dot right hand edge. Yes. I'm aiming at a 3 o'clock position. Yeah, it's almost a full mil dot for the wind. Yeah. So if you can read the wind and get it right, you can hit it. So that's 1 complete mil dot, and the wind's not blowing that hard, but it's enough. That's it, right. I'm going to push that out further now. I'm going to keep going until I can't hit it. So I'm going to out to 70 yards now. Okay, I've now pushed them out to 70 for the near one and 80 for the red one in the background. Okay, I've set the targets up at 70 and 80 yards, and I'm not going to have much time now because the wind is starting to pick up, so the ground's warming up. So we'll just see what it can do. I'll give it 2 mil dots at 70 and see if that's about right. Might need more. So I'll give it 2 mil dots. Short. Seem to go back. 1.5. I'm going to go out to 280 and try and hit one of the bigger targets, give it 3 mil dots. See where he's landing. Yes, right, 70 yards, it's 2.5 mil dots, and I'm holding to the right hand edge of the target. Like pellets now, right. Got a good idea now where it's going at 70. Grass, I don't know if it's clipping the grass. Reset it. Clips it. Yeah. Let's try the 80 yard one. I'm going to give it 3.5. Christ, 4 mil dot to the right. The wind's picking up pretty good now. Concentrate on that 80, see if I can get that right. Yeah, it's definitely blowing well over to the left now, I should say. I'll have to get down early another day, push it right out when there's no wind on. But, not bad result, 82 yards, sub 12 foot pounder. I imagine these are shooting about 11.5 foot pounds through this. That's a long way. The Americans must think we're crazy shooting at them distances with these sort of rifles at this power. Be interesting to see your thoughts if you're from across the pond. So I know you're used to shooting a lot more powerful rifles. Aiming at the centre one then, and I hit the one to the left of it, so that's showing you how much it's pushing it across. And that was 3.5 mil dots, so it's going to be more like 4. Yes, 4 mil dots, and I had to hold over by almost a 4 mil dot. Okay then, it's getting too unpredictable now. But if you know the old over and the old off for the wind, it can be really consistent. But as anybody knows that's shot down here, the wind's blowing in all directions down this range. You show the flag now, it's blowing towards us and it's blowing off as well. So. Yeah. So that's down this end of the range. At the other end it could be blowing a totally different direction. I don't know if you can see it through this one. Don't zoom in so much as my other camera. There we go. That's 80 yard in the red. I've just been shooting at. But yeah, that is the Daystate Wolverine Mk1. I dare say the latest ones with them are regulated and are even more consistent. But any of these sort of rifles are going to be perfect for anybody who wants to be hunting or target shooting. And the pellet used in the test was the Daystate Rangemaster Sovereign at 10.3 grains. Thanks for watching.